it's just, but I was just in science this week.
Good for you.
I'm going to call this meeting to order, folks, because we have to be on the floor in half an hour. Thanks. The sponsor of our very first bill is not here, nor is the witness. So we're going to move on to the second bill, SB 337, Correctional Officers Retirement System Membership Clarifications. Are you describing the bill or you want me? Oh, okay, thanks. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Pensions 2026, woohoo. So our first bill is a corrective bill that we brought to the Joint Committee because in the last 2 years, 24 and 25, you all have moved security attendants for the forensic hospitals from the employees pension system into the correctional officer system. Last year, we found a group of employees that were missed, and so they also work at the forensic hospitals and should have been moved in 24 or 20, in the 24-25 bill, and this would just take care of that. We are aware of, at the time, 14 people, but I am told it is now down to 13.
Thank you. Do we have any questions? Thank you. I understand you have another bill, SB 338, State Retirement and Pension Systems, Transfer Between Systems Workgroup Extension.
Yes.
Sounds like an easy one.
Very easy. Last year, we came in and asked for legislation to create a work group to study the transfer provisions from state and local retirement systems to other state and local retirement systems. This work group met several times over the interim. There was a lot of work that needed to get done. We ran out of time. We're asking for an extension to this fall when we think over the interim we're going to be able to wrap everything up and have good recommendations for you all.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
SB 44, Senator Fulton, are you ready?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sorry for the tardiness. We had a little voting this morning.
It worked out.
The House version of the 287G bill. Good morning. For the record, William Fulton, State Senator representing Legislative District 4. Before you this morning is Senate Bill 44 regarding the forfeiture of benefits for state retirement and pension system. And the long and short of this bill is there's an idea that we have people that are in positions of trust and public service and community service that are entrusted to represent the state in matters. And this bill stems from, there's been several instances, but there's one specifically in Frederick County where there was a trooper who was charged with a child sex offense, and prior to his conviction, he was allowed to retire due to a traumatic incident that was not related to his arrest. And he still, to this day, even though he was convicted and sentenced to jail time, was awarded his retirement pension. And I just have a really difficult time with the idea that this victim, this child who was subjected to this assault, now knows that for the rest of his life, he gets a pension from the state of Maryland. And I think that it's only appropriate that on these type of egregious instances that we should be removing and revoking that, and they would get their contributions back, but we should not allow them to be on the state retirement system for the rest of their life after committing such egregious offenses against those vulnerable in our community. And with that, I would happy to answer any questions, but I would ask for your favorable report on SB 44.
Thank you. Are there any questions?
Thank you all.
Seeing no questions. Oh, sorry, Senator Bailey.
I was just going to ask what was the list of convictions that would lead to this.
I believe it's listed in here, and I've got to look. If you give me a second, because it's coming out of a different hearing. Is it? Not to mess with it. I believe the intent was that they were felonies, and those that are like crimes against. Are you seeing it?
Qualified crime?
Yeah, qualifying crimes. There we go.
First and second degree assault?
Yes.
And it would also apply to public employees, right? The employees' retirement system or the teacher's retirement system?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes,
All right,
thank you.
thank you.
Are there any other questions?
Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm just focusing on this bill.
It's fine.
So this would apply to anyone who is part of the public pension system, whether it's a law enforcement officer, whether it's a
Correct.
teacher, whether
Yes.
it's, okay.
Yes.
I'm just curious because I see it's just referred to budget and tax, but it seems to be a fairly significant policy decision. And I'm wondering if you have had any recent discussions about this in your committee in judicial proceedings.
So I have not, but thank you for the question. That's a great question. There's been a couple instances where we've seen unfortunate circumstances like this evolve or occur in the state. But I think it's a great question and a great discussion to be had there. And I'm happy to do that. It's such an important thing where we don't want to continue to re-victimize these victims, in my opinion, by allowing them to be, just because they did it for so long before they got caught or whatever it was, that we are, once they're caught, I just think that they get their money back that they contributed to the system, but I don't think that they should be a part of the state pension system for the rest of their life after dealing with such, criminal behavior.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Senator Bailey?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Maybe you can help us with this, but I thought police officers that had committed a felony already forfeited their pension in that if it was a violent felony.
No, they don't.
Okay.
To my knowledge, they don't. I mean, is that correct, sir?
Yeah, shake your head no.
Had this discussion during police.
The only forfeiture provisions in the state
Would you
are
come
for,
to the microphone, please?
the only forfeiture provisions in the state are for legislators and the constitutional officers, and those are for any felony. They're not limited to the felonies in this bill. They're for any felony or a misdemeanor related to their duties.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, I mean, obviously, I would like to, I mean, the crimes that we're putting out there would have nothing to do with anybody's duties. But the act that they would do them, especially preying upon our children, I'd like to see us take a swift action and stance that it's, that they not only are jeopardizing and endangering the child that they're, or the victim that they're dealing with, but that there's substantive consequences beyond that, that could impact their own family and maybe make them think better than to do it in the future.
Do you know if there are any precedents for this in other states?
I don't. It's a great question. I'm happy to kind of look at that. Do you think there is? I mean, is counsel? I'm sorry. There is.
Jane. There are in other states, and as the system testified, the state pension system, constitutional officers, there are some local jurisdictions in Maryland that have forfeiture. It applies in other states in various ways.
Thank you. Seeing there are no more questions, I believe you have a virtual witness. No. Unfortunately, your virtual witness did not show up.
That was, unfortunately, that is because she was one of the victims involved. So thank you. But thank you all for the time and thank you for consideration.
Thank you.
Yep.
I
believe that concludes the bills we heard today. Thank you all very much.